Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Think Real. Today I want to talk to you guys about something which a lot of Indians have been talking about lately, and particularly the ones of Bollywood. Before I get to what I have to talk about, I'd like you guys to hit the subscribe button if you've not already done that. And also hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on all the good stuff that we have to offer for you. Now, coming back to what I was talking about, something which a lot of Indians, and particularly the ones from Bollywood, have been talking about. The word is nepotism. Now, is nepotism good? Is it bad? Is it right? Well, we will be talking about all of those things. But first off, what is nepotism? Nepotism is basically when someone is favoring their own friends, their family, in business, in politics, and so on and so forth. And that includes also Bollywood. After the death of Sushant Singh Rajput, a lot of people really came out saying, I was a victim of nepotism, and the industry is really crumpling down on the likes of Karan and the likes of Shah Rukh Khan and so on. But the question is this, are they the ones who really make or break Bollywood? Look at the movies that have really come out. How many people are accepting those movies which are coming out from these big houses, whom people are accusing to be the ones who are running nepotism in the industry? Today's video that I'll be talking about is not particularly to do with Bollywood. It is to do with everybody. Nepotism is something that does not run merely in Bollywood. It runs throughout. Is it right? The answer is clearly no. Nepotism is not right. Is it fair? It's not fair. But does it exist? Yes, it does. And is there a reason why it exists? Of course there is. For example, if I own a business or you own a business, who is the one who's going to take this business forward? Is it going to be the best employee that you have? Maybe. But the chances are it is going to be somebody from your family. Could be your son, could be your brother, or somebody who's close to you. If you start a venture, you might most likely get the people who are close to you. Your friends, your relatives, your family. These are the people. So is it wrong for people to follow nepotism? Well, that's questionable. I could be the best at something and I might still not get the job. I might still not get the part because there's somebody else who's pulling the strings. There's somebody else who the person who's going to give me the job trusts more than I do. Is that okay for him to have such an opinion? Of course it's okay. So what is this whole mess about nepotism all about? Here's what it all boils down to. I don't mind people claiming that they've lost roles, they've lost their paths, they've lost jobs because of nepotism. But here's what I cannot digest. When people like Sonu Nigam, people like Saif Ali Khan, people like Abhay Deol, people who are in fact from a film background, from a movie background, coming up and saying, I was a victim of nepotism. Are you serious? But the point is this, if you're a good actor, if you're good at anything or something, you will always find a part. You will always find a job. And is it fair that people who are in fact talented lose out on their jobs? It is possible. It is possible that people who are extremely talented also lose out on their part, but that's how life is. I have gone out and applied for several jobs. And there were jobs which were made for me, I would say. But then they say, oh no, we need a certain nationality, we need certain this, we need certain that. Well, of course, there was nothing about color, fortunately. But, people have those things. Am I going to say, no, I'm the best person for this, how can you not take me? No, I cannot. Everybody has their preferences. You are sure to be seeing people in your life whom if you meet them, you would say, man, if your father was not a millionaire, you'd probably not qualify for even a desk job. You would not qualify for even a T-boy's position for that matter. But that's how life is. Nepotism is not merely stuck to Bollywood. It's stuck to every single phase of our life. We've been victims of it. We've also been culprits of it. Right from our school, we know there were children who would say, we would look at them and say, oh, because his mother is a teacher, that teacher is preferring him. Because his father is this, he's getting that. And because his father is working in this company, he got this. Because his son is over there, he got that project. And so on and so forth. Nepotism has been a part of our society. But we as individuals have two choices. One, take the failure that we got because of nepotism, blame it on nepotism, stick over there forever and say, I was good, but I lost it because of them, and continue to crib and cry about it. Join the bandwagon. Or you take that failure, put on the side, rely on who you are. What is your talent? If you truly believe that you're good, you're great, let your talent come out to the extent, to the point that nobody can deny the kind of person, the kind of talent that you are. At that point, nepotism does not work. Even if there is nepotism, there comes a point of time when people take people who are talented. You might have lost the role, you might have lost your job, you might have lost your part, but you've not lost it to somebody who's an absolute idiot. So grow your talent to the point where even nepotism cannot take over who you are. Stop being the person who turns on the video and says, I was a victim of nepotism, when you had everything. They say, make hay while the sun shines. So there are people who have reached the heights of anything, maybe in singing, maybe in acting, maybe at the job, maybe in careers. And if you've not done the best when you were there, that's not to blame a nepotism for. That's to blame on you. That's your thing. That's your fault. When you had the chance, you could have done something about it, but you did not. And when you started losing your job, when you started losing your part, when you started losing X, Y, and Z, you just can't say that it's because of nepotism. Again, I'm not trying to say nepotism is right. I'm not trying to say nepotism is good. But nepotism is a part of the society. You and me have been using nepotism sometimes to our advantage as well. We just don't know. Even the little things. Sometimes you want to go ahead in a line at an ATM or at a bank. You go to the person who you know a friend, someone who's over there, and you say, man, I need to rush out soon. That's nepotism. You're trying to get a favor out of a contact out of your relationships. And that's that. But that does not mean you hide behind this curtain of nepotism and say, oh man, I would have done this and that if it was not for them. How long can a talented person really be gone unnoticed? Look at the film industry back again in India, in the Hindi film industry. We've got people in the likes of Nawazuddin Siddiqui. He was an extra. He was just somebody who was there. And today his talent has brought him to the forefront. He could have gone about and saying, oh, nepotism. But talent has to be shown. And if you find that the doors are closing at you, find a way to open those doors. And if those are the only doors that you see, it's time you make a new one. Go out there and explore. But for the love of God, stop blaming your failures on a mafia that you have thought of in your mind. If you think that this is, nepotism, go out there. There are so many people out there who are complaining nepotism. I mean, if you guys form a guild, for all you know, you might have a whole new set of people who say no to nepotism, and you might have the way you want it. But by all means, don't just stop and sit and cry and crib that it is because of so-and-so person. Nobody has the power to take or break you unless you allow them to. It's as simple as that. And firstly, I feel it's quite bad that the industry is coming out and making use of Sushant Singh Rajput's death and trying to put it out as nepotism and trying to utilize it. It may be true to whatever extent, to whatever degree, it may be true. But guys, failure is just a stepping stone towards success. And there are people out there who are claiming nepotism when you are from the film industry. And guys, this is not just related to film industry. Like I've told right at the start of the video, this is everywhere. If I have a business, I'm going to have my friends, my family, the people whom I trust who are close to me at the top positions. Is that right? Is that my right? Yes, it is right, and it is also my right. So stop blaming it. What would you do if you had your own business? Would you say, no, I'm going to have the best CEO to take over after I'm gone? No. You would still say, this is my hard-earned money, this is my blood and sweat, my family takes it over, the people whom I trust take it over. So guys, nepotism, despite being wrong, despite being not the most best thing right now, not the best thing in society, it is unfortunately or fortunately a part of our society. Don't hide behind nepotism. Don't let your failures, your reasons of downfall be clouded by somebody else. If you feel you're good, go out there. I've seen this happening everywhere. This is not just to do with Bollywood. It's not just to do with jobs. There are contests, there are examinations, there are things that happen. And people, when they lose, when they fail, they go out and say, no, the judge was not right. He was like this. The teachers did not correct properly. The teacher does not like me. How many times will a judge or teacher or anybody fail you, man? If you're good, you're good. So keep being good at what you are. And if doors are closing down at you, for the love of God, create new doors. But do not blame your failures on absolutely anyone. So, ladies and gentlemen, the point that I'd like to make is nepotism is definitely not a good thing, but it exists in the society. But it is our responsibility to be so good that we are able to defeat that nepotism and bring our talent out. Is it going to be easy? No, it's not going to be easy. Will you lose out opportunities? Yes, you will lose out opportunities. But will that break your spirit? Well, that's left to you. If you let it break your spirit, then that's your fault. Don't let it break you. Believe in what you think you are. If you think you are really a good actor, if you think you're really good at a job, if you think you're really a good student, if you're a good speaker, if you're X, Y, and Z, whatever you believe in truly, believe in it so firmly that the entire world eventually will resonate with what you believe. Do not ever hide behind the curtains of excuses. And those excuses include nepotism. Ladies and gentlemen, with that, we come to the end of today's episode. If you've liked the content that we have presented today, hit the like button, share it with your friends, and if you have something that you would like us to talk about particularly, leave it down in the comment section and we'll do our best to cover it in one of our future episodes. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, be real, stay real, and think real.